Well, hello there. So, a lot of people found my first video about how to find a vocal melody for your chord progression pretty helpful. I got a lot of positive feedback and I'm really grateful, so I decided I'd make another video with some lyrical advice. Now, this tip basically leverages the fact that we know that parts of songs repeat over and over to kind of make lyric writing easier. Now, a lot of people, myself included, will try to brute force things, and as we're playing our chord progression, try to think of words, think of the rhymes, what's the meaning of the entire song, what's the meaning of just this one segment of the song, how does the rhythm of the vocal synchronize with the rhythm of the guitar, and then before you know it, smoke's pouring out of your ears and it's too much. So basically, and I'm going to put a card up here if you haven't seen the first video, we figure out our vocal melody for that part. And I'm going to demonstrate on a song of mine, it's called Moon Song, and the chord progression just goes like this. Basically like that, and then it will loop again. So we use my first video's technique to kind of decide our vocal line, and I already know the words for this, so I'm just going to sing it with the words. But if you don't have words yet, you can kind of hum and just sort of figure out how you're going to synchronize that with the guitar part. And for me, it went like this. Floating in space, watching you spin in place. And then, because we know it's going to loop, we can kind of just step away from the instrument so we can focus totally on the words and the content and the rhyming and the rhythm without having to overload ourselves by also considering the technical aspects of our instrument at the same time. Now, something that you can actually do is you can write the words out and put a little tick above parts where it kind of goes with the chord changes. So floating in space, watching you spin. So for me, spin would come right on this. I have no clue what this chord is. It's some sort of F minor, it doesn't matter. In place. And then that one right there. And then if you're even so inclined, you could probably do some other like syntax, make up your own style, and kind of underscore parts where you stress the word. Floating in space, however you need to do it. And then you can reference that, and it's really helpful if you can get your own chord progression stuck in your head, kind of like sometimes it happens with a really bad song that you can't get out of your head. That way you can kind of think about the song in your head and hear it, but all of your processing power is just going to figure out the meaning of the words, the meaning of the song, if your song has a story, a timeline, the progression of that, any rhyming, and then of course the rhythmic aspect. Then you can kind of just read through that, get the lyrics memorized, or even if you want, when you step back to bring it in with your instrument, just read the words, have it out so you can read it as you practice. And then you can tie things together with the guitar. Obviously the first part is the hardest part, which is finding out that initial, okay, what am I going to sing? Again, I've got that video for it. And then also kind of figuring out just what the words are. But again, at first you can just figure out the humming, though if you're going to write down, like I had mentioned with the ticks, writing a bunch of might be a little bit hard to follow, so I would kind of urge you to try to at least get the first part of the words done. It could be something just totally out there, not even related to the song, just to get you started. Let's just come up with something now. I didn't plan to do this, so it's probably going to be a flop, hopefully not. Pancakes are good, I want some in my stomach. That was a little bit clunky. You might need to try it a couple times to get something that you're happy with. I would not have been happy with what I just came up with, but anyway, try this technique out. I hope it'll work for you. And you can do this again with things like the bridge or the chorus if you're going to have looping guitar parts, and especially if these sections of the song will happen more than once. So basically, it's taking everything apart like little Lego pieces, looking at them individually, and then just bring it all back together at the end. So that's all I got for this one. I hope people enjoy this, and I hope it helps you out. Songwriting is super fun, and sometimes it's just technically kind of hard to figure out what to do or how to approach it. So if it was helpful for you, leave me a like, give me a subscription, and yeah, take care of yourself, have fun creating, and bye-bye.